Coming up on this edition of CityView, the Act will soon be a fact. A U.S. cabinet member visits Austin to talk about the Affordable Care Act. It's a life-saving award. Emergency Medical Services is honored. And sealing the fate of Seaholm's intake building. Community members give input. Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Those stories and more, but first, our top story. City Manager Mark Ott has proposed his fiscal year 2014 budget to the Austin City Council. The proposal includes changes to the property tax rate, utility rates, and improvements in the delivery of city services. This year, in an effort to improve transparency and accessibility, our department directors pre-recorded video presentations, which included details about their budgets. These videos will air on Channel 6 and will be available at austintexas.gov/BIAB for Budget in a Box. Residents may sign up to speak about the budget or the proposed tax rate. Those will be at 2 public hearings on August 22nd and 29th. The Council is expected to adopt the 2014 budget on September 9th. For more information, call 512-974-2610. That's 512-974-2610, or visit coa.budget@austintexas.gov. And from deciding what the budget will look like to deciding what an abandoned building will be, the Parks and Recreation Department recently held a design ideas competition for the iconic Seaholm intake building on the shores of Lady Bird Lake. In partnership with the Parks Foundation, the Trail Foundation, and AIA Austin, the department received 76 submissions from design professionals, students, artists, and collaborative teams. The group was narrowed to 10 designs based upon a vision for the adaptive use of the facility and surrounding land as a community destination, as well as it being an integral part of the park and trail system. The project team hopes that these ideas will help inspire subsequent design phases of the project as the department issues a request for proposals for public-private reuse of the facility. The Seaholm intake competition and see the top designs, visit austintexas.gov/Seaholm intake. And speaking of decisions, it's now time for a council update.
The Austin City Council initiated changes to the city code relating to dwelling unit occupancy limits. The current code language may have unintentional consequences on non-traditional families living in the same home. Potential changes will ensure that all families, regardless of marital status or sexual orientation of the heads of household, are treated equally in the city of Austin. The amendments will be presented to the council by November 2013. Council also established the Hispanic Latino Quality of Life Resource Advisory Commission. The commission will advise programs and policies designed to alleviate any inequities that may confront Hispanics and Latinos in Austin. The commission will address a variety of matters, including social, economic, education, youth services, housing and community development, cultural arts, economic development, health, civic engagement, and transportation. Finally, Council also approved initiating a code amendment so that ADA-compliant ramps will be exempt from current setback requirements. The city manager will also make recommendations to reduce or eliminate fees for nonprofit entities and people who have a significant financial need. He'll recommend establishing an expedited review process for accessibility ramp permits, making ramps available to more people throughout the community. In all, Council considered 114 items at its August 8th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be August 22nd. For CityView, I'm Samantha Park.
The Commission on Accreditation of Ambulance Services, or CAAS, has awarded accreditation to Austin Travis County Emergency Medical Services for its compliance to national best practices. Austin Travis County EMS joins an elite group of only 158 EMS providers in the United States to successfully complete the voluntary review process, which included completion of a comprehensive application and an on-site review by national experts in emergency medical services. CAAS is a nonprofit organization which was established to encourage and promote best practices in America's medical transportation system. The primary focus of the Commission's standards are operational excellence and high-quality patient care.
It shows you what I've always believed, that public safety is our #1 priority. If we can't keep our folks safe and healthy on the streets and in their homes, then the other things that we do don't matter quite as much.
And now from award-winning care on an EMS ambulance to talk about insurance that could help you pay for that ambulance ride. Recently, Mayor Lee Leffingwell, along with Travis County Judge Sam Biscoe, hosted Secretary of Health and Human Services Kathleen Sebelius to Austin City Hall. They were joined by leaders from the healthcare industry in Central Texas to discuss the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare. The act was passed into law in 2010 and was upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court in 2012. The federal government will administer the state's health insurance marketplace in Texas. The marketplace will allow individuals, families, and small businesses to find, compare, and purchase health insurance. The opportunity for Austin residents and all Texans to enroll in coverage in the marketplace begins October 1st. Secretary Sebelius and the mayor met with a sampling of city and county officials as well as executives from healthcare partners about the implementation.
Our job now is to connect people with the benefits that are coming their way and make sure they have the information easy, close at hand to be able to enroll starting October 1st.
Forbes has named Secretary Sebelius one of the 100 most powerful women in the world. Now, before her cabinet appointment, she served as governor of Kansas beginning in 2003, where she was named one of America's top 5 governors by Time magazine. From 1995 to 2003, she served as Kansas Insurance Commissioner. Now, following her Austin meeting, Secretary Sebelius traveled to San Antonio to meet with Mayor Julian Castro and others. APD's Forensic Science Crime Laboratory was recognized as part of National Forensic Science Week. The goal of this laboratory is to highlight the role that proper forensic science plays in the investigation of crimes throughout the nation, from exonerating the innocent to identifying the guilty. The lab includes a chemistry section, firearms and tool mark section, crime scene, and a DNA unit.
The National Forensics Week allows us an opportunity to really recognize the hard work of the men and women who do the heavy lifting behind the scenes. Often police officers are out in the community, they're seen, they're patted on the back, they're thanked for their hard work, they often receive the accolades. It's the hard work of the men and women in the forensics division that goes unnoticed, but that oftentimes leads to our successes in making arrests, convictions, and allowing us to be the 3rd safest large city in America when it comes to violent crime.
The lab has partnered with several area law enforcement agencies supporting 98,000 service requests and impacting thousands of cases over the last 5 years. That's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Our next episode premieres Friday, August 23rd. Thanks for watching.